is Miles Pitcher, Superior Lending. I hope you're doing great. This week I have a mortgage tip for you guys on manufactured homes. I don't get a lot of these, but every so often we get questions on them. And we'll talk about them in a minute, but take a look at the rates. We've had a nice improvement over the last week. That's been great. Rates are phenomenal. Today, we got a little worsening of rates, but really not a big move there. Still getting our clients down into that 2.75 on conventional purchase rates, which is phenomenal. Okay, so manufactured homes. So as our clients are looking around to purchase a home, these manufactured homes are popping up on their radars because of affordability. And I need to make sure you're educated on them a little bit. So number one, we typically do these as FHA loans. And take note of that date, June 15th, 1976. We cannot do loans on manufactured homes that have been built prior to that. Why? Because lead paint, asbestos weren't regulated before then, and you really wouldn't want to put your client into that home anyways. Now, as far as it goes, conventional, you can do conventional loans on manufactured homes, and they do not have an official date per Freddie and Fannie, but every single lender that we work with will not loan on a manufactured home prior to that 1976 date. So just be aware of that. A couple things that you need to be aware of is that the manufactured home needs to be permanently affixed to the ground, to the property, which means a foundation has to be built and it has to be there. Has it ever been moved? If it has been permanently affixed and then moved, then you're stepping into a bunch of weird rules and requirements that are kind of odd. We've never had to deal with it, but be aware that if it has been moved, you're going to have a bunch more hoops to jump through on it. Have there been modifications, like a room added onto it, a garage connected to the property? If there have been modifications to the property, you are going to have a really hard time getting a loan done on that property. So don't do additions on manufactured homes. This is a common one that I get where somebody sees, oh, hey, there's a manufactured home for sale and it's only going to cost me $50,000. Well, most likely the manufactured home is the only part of it being sold, right? The ground is not. Therefore, it's no different than an RV. What we do is we call those chattel loans. We don't do those, but if the manufactured home is not being sold with the ground, then it is technically not real estate. It's like an RV loan. So be aware of that. If your client gets all excited about a super affordable property, it probably means that the ground isn't being sold with it and they're just paying rent for the ground. Another thing to be aware of, that there are tags on these manufactured homes. They need to be visible for the appraiser to document those. If they have been removed, you're going to have a hard time getting the loan done. Also be aware that if there's a septic tank with it, they will require it to be inspected by a plumber and certify that it's functioning and safe. Foundation inspection also has to be done. The exception to the foundation inspection is that if the prior owner is in an FHA loan and we can see their foundation report, then typically we don't have to redo the foundation report or inspection for the new buyer, which saves them some money. But your clients need to be aware that those are going to be some extra expenses that they're going to have to deal with if they decide to purchase manufactured home. Let me know if you have any questions. I know it's not a super common thing, but these are some things to be aware of if you ever run into them. So, as usual, hey, We want every client to know every fee, and we want them to see options when they work with us. Appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. And yeah, sell lots of homes. Have a great one. Miles Pitcher, Superior Lending.